is M80, Almighty, Pimp Nuts, Wu Tang Official, Toledo, Ohio, by way of Indianapolis, Indiana. Currently reside in Los Angeles, California, where I wreck shit on the daily. I started off as an artist when I was 13, so I'm 36 now, 22, 23 years. Broke bones as an A&R in 2004, so professionally on the business side of things for 15 years, no, 13 years now. Collecting checks, I love it. It's the greatest thing in the world to me. I like to cash the checks and get all the bills, sometimes in large amounts and sometimes in small sequences, and have my grandma knit them into Afghans that I wrap myself with money every day and go to bed feeling really good about myself and my accomplishments. For every one big business deal I close, I got to go through 99 just people that just hit me up to talk, knowing damn well that they shouldn't be hitting me up for anything and have no follow through, just to say yeah, I'm working with M80, and it pisses me off because no, work is when we're actually working on something and it involves the exchange of money for services and goods. So that's what I hate. I love my clients that are truly about their business, and those are the people that honestly have a passion and want to make it in the industry. Everyone else is there's no room for the hobbyists. I mean, it's cool if you want to make music as a hobby, but it's you shouldn't be writing official people, if you're on the hobby level and why work with all professionals. So that's my least favorite part. Redman. But yet my favorite song of all time is not a Redman song. My favorite song of all time is Shadowboxing, produced by RZA, Jizza, and Method Man. And that song made me fall in love with hip hop. Snoop, so fucking cool. If you piss off Snoop, then you're fucked up. It's your fault because he's awesome. You don't want to get on Snoop's bad side. It speaks volumes to your character. Every time I work with Snoop, my commission is enough to buy a used car. I'm not talking about a 79 Pontiac. I'm talking about a nice Mercedes or Lexus or anything you want. So Snoop, we break great bread. Labels or banks. If you don't need a label or you don't need a bank that will charge you an insane amount of interest on your recoup, then do as much as you can yourself. Just like when Kanye released Through the Wire, and his first big single, in the little interludes of the song, he's talking about, I funded this video and I funded my studio sessions and my marketing plans and things like that. That's just the genius of Kanye that he doesn't give credit for. They give him credit as a genius for his music, but he's an example of someone that took the time to run the business before it engulfed him. Well, there's a lot of ways to answer this. My favorite basketball team of all time is the New York Knicks. My favorite rap group of all time is the Wu Tang Clan. I brokered a license deal between Wu Tang and the Knicks for the New York Knicks to use the song 225 Rounds a couple seasons ago, so that was humongous for me, combining two of my loves, music and sports, and I got a check from it. Biggest accomplishment, all my work with Wu Tang cumulatively has earned me my 4th gold album that I got probably first quarter of 2018. 2017 I received 3 gold plaques, 2 for E40, 1 for the song Choices, 1 for the song Functional Problem, and one that means the most to me probably is a gold plaque I got for Tech Nine's Fragile with Kendrick Lamar. Being loyal. Loyalty, for the most part, doesn't exist in our industry, and I learned that. I worked for this company, my manager said think differently, and I was legit the brains behind the operation, which is evident to people now because since Think Differently dissolved, I've released 60 some albums, and the other guy who doesn't need to be named has released 2 or 3, so people caught on to that quick, who's really fucking running shit. But Baby Grand wanted to do a series of albums where they wanted me to be the head person. They offered me $98,000 up front, and I said I could do 2 of the 3 records, I'd have to do the 3rd one with the involvement of the partner. So I call him and tell him, yo, I got this big check for us, and I'm gonna run the show. And instead of, that's loyalty. They didn't want him a part of it. I was gonna break him bread on this deal, and he just went off and was like, how dare you, I'm the master, you're the student, you would never have these opportunities if it wasn't for me. So cool. walk. Like we didn't get that 98 G's. That shit got blown, and that was that. I did the other 2 records with them for a lot less money. But you know, the circle, people keep their circle small for a reason. You work well with who you work well with, and so you know, it's to alleviate that amount of stress and the headache and just the bullshit that comes with, you know, trying to be the cool guy that wants to work with everyone and anyone.
Mumble rap.
Butt sex.
Record exec.
More butt sex.
Record label.
My bank.
Rich and wealthy.
Me. You know, it's whatever. It's like, fucking, you know, all the artists share the same sentiment. Like, man, I did shows like out of state and I got mad love. Like, why don't I get it? That's what people say. It just is what it is. I like, you know, whether it's out of love or fear, like, I'm respected. So it doesn't matter at this point. Like, you know, until an artist sells more records than me as an artist, and I'm talking about the A&R shit, people think I'm like lumping that in. I still outsold everyone in my home states of Toledo, Ohio, and Indianapolis, Indiana, with the exception of like 1 or 2, as the artist. Now, when you want to lump in the A&R shit, yeah, I'm untouchable. So, cool, love me, don't love me. What pisses me off though in indie, you know, I look out for everyone that looked out for me. All my favorite DJs, all my favorite artists, all my favorite event producers, stuff like that. And I don't get the same reciprocated like. It's nothing for you to hit like on a social media post or something. But you know, I feel like they go out of their way not to just be like, hey, we respect you, we see what you're doing, we didn't really get it when you were here. And that's why I was really happy for, you know, when I moved to the Bay Area for law school, when I moved to LA to further my career with Wu Tang Productions and all the artists I'm working with. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not one of those people like, if you weren't down since day one, you're not down. Like, you hop aboard the bandwagon anytime you want. We got room. By having my grandma quilt me more Afghans made of the money I've made off rap, and letting them see the Afghans on social media but not letting them touch it. And buying more watches. It's that new invisible Hublot. It's $1 million. You just can't buy one. You gotta be on a list. Cars and homes. And, you know, and then on the same token, doing nice charitable work like treating other people to lunch, or going online and seeing a woman that's a single mother that doesn't have a car to get to work and buying her a car, or seeing people that have car troubles and, you know, saying I'm gonna pay for 500 Uber rides for people, that kind of shit. So it's the balance of like, yes, you see me putting it in your face and I'm getting it, but I'm getting to the point where I can give it back. So if you know, and there's people here that still talk their shit, but when they talk the shit now, depending on who they're talking to, someone's gonna be like, yeah, you're just a hater. You're just talking shit. Like, that dude is far exceeded any and everything. You know, like I said I could have retired. I'm at 20. Next week I'll have Billboard album 22 and 23. Crooked Eye will chart, of course. Horseshoe Gang will chart. But when I reach 20 with the Wu Tang album, that's a milestone itself. 20 Billboard albums. You know, I'm 36, and people think I'm old, like 45, 50 years old, because those are the accomplishments shared by like a Steve Rifkin, Russell Simmons, Leo Cohen. My name's up there now. So like, if you don't respect my time or value my time like you would, say, a Rick Rubin, then you're not looking at me in the light you should be looking at me. And that's why I have the switchblade, and I'll stab you in the face. And I'll right in your mother's regime. Take that, diddy stop. Dude, it's not even some like made up answer here. God has just blessed me where every time I give back, I get it back times 10. Like, God has just blessed me where every time I give back, I get it back times 10. Like, there was a time I came to Indiana for a day. I walked around the streets handing out $100 bills. I think I gave away $5,000 in a day. I went home in the first 48 hours, made $9,000. Like, this is God's work, you know? So that's why I'll continue to do charitable, you know, in Judaism it's called tzedakah. I will continue to be charitable and philanthropic and good-hearted in my nature, because it's coming back to me. And that's how my life's, you know, been since day one. One, the bag has to be fat, because my retainer fee has gone up significantly since 2004. But talent, you gotta be talented. I'm betting 1,000% to date. Never get the resources to make the project you want to make. some people think they just hire me and I do all the work. Like, no, I can do my job, but you still have to be able to fund your project as if I wasn't in the picture. So yeah, I got a new group in Toledo, Ohio. I'm gonna go up there tomorrow, Con and Deal. I got Scooby in Columbus, Ohio. The dude, every song he writes is a fucking hit. It's mind-blowing. I don't know what to do with him. Like, I can't take him to any independent label. I have to have some major shit for him, a big bank. I got Shady the Dawn. And I mean, I don't really consider him new, but us Kingpin, we did. I mean, this is the greatest thing ever. When artists complain about not making money on their albums, we did 500 vinyls, 125 cassette tapes, 250 CDs. We sold out in 10 minutes. We made $26,000. So I know the system works. It works based off talent and those that are actually organically building fan bases and shit. So, be on the lookout for us, the winners. Yes, sir. Well, before I was married, mad exotic naked chicks, Hennessy's, Jameson's, blunt smokes, all sorts of fine drugs. It was a good time. Oh, it was a good fucking time. But that was a Rick James story. Now, my studio sessions now is just me and the engineer and the fucking rappers, and we work. It's all about the work, dude. I don't do any of the extra shit. It used to be like, you just know, hey, this is what I want on the record. Now, the best songs are made when you've processed the beat, when you've written, and you've laughed like, oh, I want E40 on this. So you leave that open 16, or I want Ty Dolla $ign on this hook. So you write around it. So they are able to see eye and eye with your conception. The craziest shit is 98, Wu Tang, Rage Against the Machine. You know, Wu Tang, they didn't do too many shows on that tour after that because they thought at the time they were bigger than Rage, so they shouldn't be anyone's support. They should headline. That cost them millions in the long run. That dumb ego shit. But it got blamed on Wu Tang, but someone ran down the lawn and tripped and fell on the concrete and died when Rage was performing. But Wu Tang didn't perform, and they were banned from Indie for like a decade. So that's crazy shit. Craziest shit for a show I produced. Mobb Deep, Ray, Ghost, Super Nat, Capadonna, myself. Mobb Deep was supposed to go in first before Ray and Ghost. But earlier in the day, the bus driver for Mobb Deep spilled a cup of coffee into Alchemist's computer. And no one was on the bus to see it. So he tried to cover it up. Alchemist goes to turn his computer on. It won't start. And this is the one computer he brought with all the music. I'm talking about unreleased Mob tracks, all the instrumentals. And yeah, I wasn't on the bus for this part, but I think that bus driver probably quit soon thereafter from excessive lumps to the forehead. But Alchemist had to have the Geek Squad come the next day, and like they end up going on like an hour later. People were like, "That man is bullshit. Like Mobb Deep ain't here." But like there's photos up of us like in the radio station before them, and they were able to back up enough shit to do the show. So that's crazy. But, shit, two of them. We were working on this album. It had like a 6-figure budget. Mr. Keith Murray, executive produced by Eric Sermon, called The Undergods. Keith woke up early one morning. This is a $1,400 a day studio, Shoreline, Washington, where fucking Dave Matthews, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, everyone recorded there. Keith wakes up early, goes down, and he's fucking around on the, like editing the shit. And we'd already been paid up front. So the label heads called me and they're like, "Yo, we heard he's fucking around. Like, don't let him change anything." So he got up to go to the bathroom, and I like clicked "Don't save" on all the edits he made. And he came back to the computer all, and this place is a castle. Like legit. This is a recording studio. There's the living quarters. Chased me around the whole shit. I had to lock myself in the bathroom. I didn't come out for like 2 hours. There's another studio session. What up, man? Easy now. Another studio session. 60-second assassin from Sons of Man. We ordered a large cheese pizza to the studio because they're 5%ers, they don't eat pork and shit. He finds a piece of ham this big, a little cube of ham, and I was like, "Yeah, man, the toppings are next to the cheese, whatever." And he's like, "No, this is you. You tried to poison me." And like, legit, well, again, being chased around the studio. I'm driving him home. He's looking at me the whole time, like, punch you in the fucking face. I pulled over. I'm like, man, like I was just like, he was in New York. I was just about to leave him here on the side of the road in Indianapolis. Like I could not convince this man otherwise. I didn't fucking try to poison him and put this little piece of ham. So dumb shit like that. All in my book. Great story. Do you like macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do? It's better than that. That's what I gotta say about it. The funny thing of that is that's supposed to be like a satire documentary about literally like the level of fame I've been able to amass and how I never got to cover Nouveau. So we didn't get any time to film at Nouveau. I wanted to go into Nouveau every day, wear in a different outfit, and be like, I'm here for my cover interview. And they'd be like, no. You know, I wanted that footage to be part of it. So that's gonna take a little while to get done because I only come home like 3-4 times a year. It's done. I'm never getting it. The FBI is gonna get it. I tried to buy the album before Martin got locked up again by the FBI. He's been calling me from prison, and we were supposed to do the deal originally before September 29th. That's when I was given $1 million, and that deal didn't go through. And then from prison, it was a whole different deal. And both times, this is the date the album's supposed to be in my possession, and it didn't happen. You know, the first time I was very like, in the public with it, doing all the press, Shade 45, Hip Hop DX, Ambrosia for Heads, all that stuff. The second time around, though, I kept it quiet because I just wanted to get it and then be like, look, I got it. And I didn't get it, so you know, no one's getting it. I'd have a better chance getting it from the FBI once they seize it. But a lot of people think he doesn't even have it anymore. It's supposed to happen when Drake released Wu Tang Forever, the song. It was like 2013 because we were in Switzerland and a bunch of people were recording for that song. Deck didn't want to get on it. It just never got completed. So in the future there could be a different Wu Tang song with Drake, but the original one was supposed to be Drake's Wu Tang Forever song remix featuring the entire Wu Tang Forever. It's called Too High. The script was written by Dustin Abraham, and he wrote the first one. And that's what, you know, I was pushing on the Hip Hop DX interview we did. But I don't think Red is too fond of the script, so it's got to go through another round of rewrites, and until that's done to their satisfaction, I'm just waiting to win. Bank account 21 Savage. It's the greatest.
Anything?
I feel it because that man wants mad stacks like M80. Almighty 3, the Holy Trinity, Academy 3, Glass City 2, M80 Speak of the Angel, and my first book, Who's Your A&R, will all come 2018. You know, various Wu Tang records, various projects from Crooked Eye and Planet Asia and Horseshoe Gang and Us Kingpin and Bronze Nazareth and Willie the Kid. I'm working on a lot. Just follow me online, Almighty M80. Shout out to the SOO Music Group. My man, face of this bitch. And that's all I got for you. What's up, y'all? This is M80. And you don't want to be a fucking loser on these streets that blows and sucks at life. No, you don't want to be one of those people. So turn into Soul Music TV and keep it all the way official. I sound like a whole other person right now. I just had to get that out. God damn. Let's redo the whole interview.